how to never relapse, or how to at least significantly reduce the chances that you're going to, or you really got to figure out like the source of what is making you want to use some form of escapism.
Hmm.
And for me, it was kind of getting that awareness over anxious and avoidant attachment styles, but then also realizing that my addiction to weed was an overarching addiction to just dopamine in general. And
Mm.
that is also kind of an overarching addiction to self-sabotaging. And I feel like
Okay.
that's a lot of what drug addiction is, because if you think about it, like, why am I smoking a ton of weed before my doctor's appointments or to work, to do anything? I'm just like, well, I can probably get away with it. I don't think my doctor will catch me, so I'll do this. And then I get there and I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. I smoked a little bit too much and now I got to put in eye drops, and like this doctor's going to know. And then I get out of it and it's fine. But I probably said something weird to the receptionist, or I was just kind of weird in my
Mm.
general conversations. And I'm just like self-sabotaging so much of my life just to be a recreational weed stoner, which is literally the only benefit of it. I'm going to talk about that next, actually. Is kind of like doing a pros and cons list of like, if I continue smoking versus if I don't. That would be the other thing that really made it clear to me. But the second point was knowing that this was an addiction to weed, this was an addiction to self-sabotage for some reason. And I don't know why humans are a lot of times naturally like this, where it's almost more comfortable for things not to go right all the time. They're like
Mm.
used to, like, when they have a few really good days, they're like, all right, where's the bad thing? Like, where's the thing in here that just kind of throws me off course? Or like, I haven't been mad in a while, I should probably be mad. I've been happy for
Mm.
too long. It just kind of feels odd to feel good for too long. So the self-sabotage was the other awareness. And then the third thing was doing a pros and cons list of, here are all the pros of if I continue smoking weed, and here are all the cons. And really, when you do this list, you'll find out that the three major areas of life, health, wealth, and relationships, you're probably never going to say that one of those areas is better by smoking marijuana all day. Health, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can make a case for it's not as bad as cigarettes, but hey, your lungs still probably would prefer no smoke at all. Wealth,
Right.
you're spending money on something that is slowing you down and ruining your focus. And then relationships, besides having the thing that you can invite your friends out to let's smoke a bowl or whatever, it still is not, it's not a social drug apart from getting people together to do it. But then it just turns
Yep.
into all of you laughing about stupid stuff, and really just being less social and more in your heads, right? If you think
Mhm.
about like stoners hanging out, they're probably watching a movie or something, not having not having
Yeah,
deep
productive
conversation.
convo.
They like to think they are doing that, but
Right.
and certainly, like, try not to reach out to your friends that smoke weed and talk to them about it. They're just not going to get it. So it's good
Nope.
to reach out to people who get it. So Joel obviously has like a call that you can book in the description here, and that was necessary for me, because I remember I told Joel, I was like, yeah, I
Mm.
keep calling all my friends to see about quitting, and all of them still smoke marijuana. So it's like, obviously there's just such a disconnect. They're like, yeah, well, I'm glad that you're doing that. Sounds like it's a good idea for you. I personally am not going to do that, but
Uh-huh.
glad to hear it's going well for you. Like, you
Yeah.
can't just get that very far with them. You got to have someone in your corner that is on the same journey. So yeah, reach
Totally.
out to Joel is honestly one of the first things I needed to do. Also, because I just kind of
Thanks, brother.
I'm like, let me just book a $20 call so I can like financially commit myself to this decision. Like, I kind of do that if I'm like, I'm going to the gym, like, first step, sign up for the gym, right? Like, I kind of like do some
Mhm.
kind of like financial commitment to it, or like, I'm going to buy pre-workout, right? Just something where I'm like,
Yeah.
now I have to. It's just
Uh-huh.
a hack in life in general, right?